this video, I'm going to show you how you can add a page to your Squarespace 7.1 website, how you can delete a page, and how you can manipulate image blocks if you want to add images into your website. So let's dive in. Log into your Squarespace site, go up to Pages, and to delete a page, it is very simple. All you have to do is hover over the page that you want to delete, and you'll see the trash can icon to the left. Click on that. It will give you a warning. Click on confirm, and that page is gone to the deleted pages section. So the deleted pages are going to be completely emptied after 30 days. So they're there if you need to access them. So don't freak out if you accidentally delete a page. That's where you can find it. Now let's talk about adding a page. So if you want to add a page to your template, you can add a page to the main navigation, or you can add to the not linked section. So the main navigation, you can see clearly, is this section. Your nav bar is what it's commonly known as. You can see it matches the order that I have here, and the not linked section is for any pages that you want that are not going to be listed in that nav bar. So for example, my home page, I don't want home in my navigation bar because my logo for my site or my title for my site is already a link to the home page. So that's why that's there. So let's go ahead and add a page. So we'll add a page to the main navigation here. You can add a blank page, or you can use the pre-designed layouts within Squarespace. I want to talk about that for a quick second. So you can see these are already pre-designed layouts, and what is nice about these is that they are already designed with a mobile layout in mind as well, so they will definitely save you time if they happen to work with your content. So I'm going to just add a blank page because I just want to focus on an image right now and the different things you can do with an image. So let's just call this page, oh, and I should say, you can see how it highlighted and automatically titled this new page here. I'm going to title this as Photo Journal. Okay, so that is done. We have a new photo journal page, and to edit this page, start adding some content, we just go up here to Edit and click that, and then click on the plus sign, and now we have pre-designed sections that we can add in, and even images are here as well. So you can even kind of check these out, and if there's an image style that you really like, you can add that in. I'm going to go ahead and add a blank section. So the blank section comes up, and you can see we have a text block right here when I hover over it. This little gray dot over here, these are called insert points, and this is how you add content to your sections. These blue pluses, initially when I started using Squarespace 7.1, I thought these were the way that I would add content to my sections, but these are actually to add new sections to the page. So if you want to add content within this section, you want to use an insert point. So here we have an insert point. I clicked on that, and I'm going to click on image. You can also search your content blocks if you're looking for video, for example. There's a couple ways that you can add video to your site, or you could type image, and you could see some of the different image layouts and different ways you can add images within Squarespace. So I'm going to click on image, and here you can either upload an image from your computer, or you can search for an image. If you search, you have access to free Unsplash images, or premium images from Getty, or imported images that you've already added to your site at one point or another. So I'm going to go ahead and add this image that I've already imported. Okay, so that image is in there, and right away you can tell that's way too big for this page. So we're going to need to make some adjustments, and there are a couple ways that we can do this. First, I want to go ahead and focus though on the layout of this image. So that just dropped it in on the default inline image design, but if you wanted to maybe have some text next to the image or have some text overlaying the image, there are some different formats, and if you click on them you can see a quick example of what those formats look like. So let's look at Collage, and something I want to point out too is that you also have animations that you can apply to your images. So if you go here, you can select the different animation that you want to try. So I'm gonna do collide on this one, and there you saw the quick example of what that did. So I'm gonna add that animation in, and we're gonna go collage with the image on the left, image link. I'm going to add a button to the image, and this is going to say shop presets, and I'm going to link that to one of my pages. That's my store page, presets. We'll click save and apply. Okay, so now let me give this a title, the outdoors. I'll put a heading 3 on that. I'll just put placeholder text right here. That way I have something there that we can preview. So I'm going to click save since I'm done with that, and we're going to go full screen so we can see what this looks like. Okay, so I think my image is too big, and that doesn't really work out very well for this layout. So I want to shrink that image. So there's a couple ways to do it. The first way I'm going to show you is we're going to close, sorry, I closed out of the full screen. We're going home and then to design, and we have image blocks right here. So you might not remember this is an image collage that we're using. So if you hover over it, you can click on it, and then it pops up our properties for the image collage. So the collage you can adjust, but be forewarned that your image collage block is not on its own. So like if you have multiple image blocks that are using this format and you start editing here, all of those image blocks are going to be changed. So it's something to be aware of, because you might frustrate yourself if you're trying to resize only certain images this way. But it is something you can do if you want to say, okay, all my image blocks, I want them to be, I want the image to be so wide. You can change the width of the image here, and I want the content to be, you know, maybe this wide. Maybe we'll go 60, 65. So that is going to apply to all of your image blocks, all of your image block collages that you use on your website. So that would be how you do that, and you can see there's different properties you can edit. I'm not going to go through each one because you could do that yourself. So I'll click save, and let's see what that looks like on our full screen. Okay, so my image is still too big, so here's a way that you can shrink that image without having to use any code. So I clicked on edit, and this little pen icon here is for the section, and you can see we have the section height, the content width, and content alignment. So the content width is on large right now. If we bring that to medium, you can see that definitely shrunk the image down, and you can also go to small. That shrunk it down a little bit too much. I still think medium is a little too big in this case. So these three dots here are where you can set your height, your content width exactly the way that you want it. So I'm okay with a little bit of it going underneath the fold, but not too much. So maybe 60 is pretty good for this one, I think. So that's a way that you can resize your image, and now it looks a lot better on full screen. So now if you want to preview also how this image looks on mobile, all you have to do is click your mobile icon up here in the top right, and you can see this is how it would look on a mobile device. So there you have it. That is how you can manipulate the image size using your image blocks under the design panel. Remember, that's editing global styles for that image block. And also you can edit the width of your content the way that we just showed. And the last thing you can do is you can crop the image. So if you go to your image editor, you can then crop the image by clicking on this crop icon up here, and you have all of these options, or you can do a custom crop on it. So if we did like a 4:3, that's probably a little too small. Maybe I want a 4:5. Yeah, I think that's a pretty nice crop. So that's a way that you can also adjust the sizing of your image to help fit better on your page. So those are all the different ways that you can edit your images within Squarespace. I hope this tutorial was helpful, and thanks for watching.